Hello, it is June 19th. Did you see me look at the date? Because I don't know what day it is. Because
does my face look washed?
Yes, you look very washed out.
I knew you was going to say something slick.
June 19th, this is still Diverted. Alright, today we're talking about Bobbi Kristina. There's an update. That's very eerie. That just gave me a little bit of chills. There's an update. Actually, there really is an update on Bobbi Kristina. But there was some word that came out last week. Bobbi Brown's sister is speaking out, and Bobbi Brown is shutting the whole situation down.
And we have to talk about the SC Charleston killings.
That's the shooting. Crazy.
Charleston.
Craziness.
Charleston.
We should have brought in Charleston shoes today.
Those are really good.
I don't like them. But I don't like peanut shoes either.
You don't like... Oh, okay. Then you're not going to like Charleston shoes.
I don't like any 5-cent candies because I'm classy.
But
and we're talking about, should men propose to women? Should women propose to men? Where do we draw the line? We'll talk about it.
This is 2015, baby. We do what we want.
Girlfriend. All right, let's start the show. It's still Diverted.
Girlfriend.
Good morning. Good
to
morning. Oh,
the birds are chirping.
That's exactly what birds sound like. Wait, sorry. Can you just turn the AC off because it's just, I don't know if it's gonna be too loud. Everyone will be able to find out if it's too loud until next week's show. So
all right, guys.
And some heat this week.
So we have 20 minutes. Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna start with some entertainment stuff because
this is not even entertaining.
This is like the one entertainment story this week that has like caught our attention, and then everything else is going to just be America. So
America.
Bobbi Kristina. There's an update on Bobbi Kristina. So she's been in the hospital since January 31st. I can't believe it's been like 6 months already.
It really has.
It's really been 6 months. So,
all life support.
Right. So earlier this week, Bobbi's sister spoke out on Facebook, and he pretty much said that they were going to take her home back to the house where she lived with her mother for all those years, and just let her peacefully pass on through there. So apparently that's not true.
Not true.
Bobbi's sister's name is Leola Brown, and she went on this long rant on Facebook that was pretty much saying that Pat Houston, Whitney's cousin, was pretty much trying to move Bobbi Kristina's, passing, quote unquote, along, because the more time she spends on life support, the more money they're spending to keep her alive, the more money Pat will eventually inherit. So she was, speculating that she was trying to. Why are you looking at me like that for?
No, I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the story. You're
looking at Leola Brown. Got you. So she's trying to pretty much just move, Bobbi Kris on to, the next life so that she can have some of the money. So obviously the Houston side is coming out saying that's completely not true.
So why are you guys trying to take her off of life support so quickly?
Oh, you see my scab? I cut myself yesterday. Bald people problems. Anyway, so she put up a status on Facebook. It was 2,020 words. That shit was a book. But she said, know for certain that Bobbi Kristina is not on life support anymore, and she has since the beginning, and is continuing today to improve, and we will never give up on her. Hell no, not one Brown. So Bobbi has spoken out. He has said that his sister Leola Brown hasn't even been around Bobbi Kristina in the hospital. So apparently she's just talking to talk. I don't understand. This is what family is all about. It's love, man. It's all love. So
I'm not really surprised about the situation if Pat Houston is trying to kill Bobbi Kristina. So
kill is a very strong word.
She's trying to take her off life support so she can hold down some more money, which is ridiculous because give it 20 years, Pat Houston, you're going to be dead too. You're like, what, 60,000? Wait, who's Pat Houston?
Whitney's cousin.
Oh, I was thinking about her mother.
Oh, Sissy Houston. No, jackass. But you know what? I mean, I guess maybe just Whitney thought, because I don't know why, because, obviously Bobbi Kristina is next to the throne because that's Whitney's only child. But for some reason, after Bobbi Kristina, Pat is next in line to get the money. And at first I was like, well, why wouldn't Sissy Houston get the money? Right. But I guess Whitney never thought that she would pass. You never think you're going to die before your parent. So she probably didn't even, I guess, work that into her will, because who thinks they're going to go on before their parent? Like, it's a very odd thing. But yeah.
It's whatever. Pat Houston, this story seems true to an extent, but I'm glad that Bobbi came out and told us that Leola Brown is a fraud, because it's always those family members that just have so much to say and they're never even around. To say. You don't come to the reunion, you don't come to the Bobbi ain't.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more Still Diverted. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. All right, so you're just gonna pull it up, and then do you have on your big girl shoes today?
No.
That's gonna fall again. I want to talk to you about one of my favorite products, paper. Paper is such a great thing in my life every day. My kids use it. I use it. We use it at the office. We use it at the house. I just can't get enough of paper. So make sure you stop by your local paper store and pick up some paper today.
What I don't understand is why our production studio is not fixing these things before we come here.
What a mess! All right, now you have to promote something. So I don't know. Talk about.
I ain't promoting shit to y'all.
Talk about coconut oil.
Coconut. I use coconut oil for everything. It's like I put it on my face after I, apply my makeup. I put it in my hair.
And then I
use it as a mouthwash.
Wow, Mom.
I do.
Let's start the show.
That's what keeps my teeth white. At least I try to keep my teeth white.
That's not what you use. You know it's not. So,
you nasty. Let's go on.
What are we talking about? Are we done with the Houstons and the Browns?
We're done with the Houstons.
Oh, and one last thing. I don't know why Leola's Brown Facebook page isn't private. Like, I was definitely able to go on there last night and just look through all his statuses.
Because Leola Brown is nobody.
Because she's Leola Brown.
She's nobody.
Right. Nobody.
At least in the entertainment industry.
Exactly right.
But moving along.
Crazy week. So this whole South Carolina Charleston shooting.
I'm surprised you even wanted to talk about this topic. Because usually when we have these issues every week. Somebody black is always dying.
Well, here's what I've thought about. And you know what's funny? I guess now is the proper time to say it. I actually want to come out and confess that, no.
What you have to say?
No. She's right. When we used to do the radio show, when it was always stuff that was too serious, I'd be like, let's not talk about it, blah, 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 blah. This is like the fun, happy-go-lucky place. But then I started thinking about it, and I'm just like, well, obviously this is a story that's everywhere, so this story is not going to go, unnoticed or whatever. But it's just like, for certain stories, especially about our community, like if we don't talk about it, who's going to talk about it? You know what I'm saying? Don't look at me like that. I will lick my thumb and wipe your eyebrows off.
Listen.
Don't get cute.
If it was
it's Friday.
We'd be talking about black people every week.
We do talk about black people every week.
Well, I'm talking about the issues in the community.
You would think we didn't know what TMZ was. You think we just read blackbossip.com all the time. But, nevertheless, this whole thing is South Carolina, right? So,
So allegedly.
Allegedly what? 9 people killed. I think it was 6 women, 3 men. The guy has been arrested. You know all these deeds. He was arrested in a bulletproof vest. Why? I have no idea. But, what are you looking at me like that for?
No, I feel like you're about to say something. I'm just waiting for you to say it.
Nope. I'm just running through the story.
Well,
all the deeds we already know.
The whole situation is very shady to me.
I feel bad that I don't remember the name of the church off the top of my head right now.
AME?
I don't remember the actual...
something Emmanuel.
Yeah, but...
It's been around for hundreds.
Like, it was, I
not
think
hundreds
it opened,
of years, but like 100
No, it opened in like
years.
1816. Like, it's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, the killer, his name is unnecessary. So they say he sat in church for an hour, because it was Bible study.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday's always Bible study. But sat in church for an hour, then he got up and he said, according to a witness, and I quote, he said he was there to kill black people. And then he opened fire and, yeah.
So he was already in the church?
He just said he was in the church for an hour. Because, Southern black churches,
being welcoming.
Come, the doors are always open.
Black people just being welcoming.
Always. Since
all the time, just being so inviting. You don't never want to discriminate? No? Because you feel like we all black, we all went through the struggle, so
and we
have to accept other cultures and other races.
And I hate to... That's stereotyping. But I guess judge a book by its cover. But if you
I'm stereotyping my race?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm saying I don't want to... I'm talking about the guy, the shooter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say he looked like he didn't belong in that church, but he just looked like he didn't belong in that church. But because it's a church, you can't be so, I guess, quick to jump to conclusions like that. Right. But he just looked out of place, which is probably a bad thing to say, because if I want to go sit in a white church and praise, white Jesus, I should be able to go do that. So if he wants to sit in a black church and praise black Jesus, he should have been able to do that. But as we all know, we know how it turned out.
I don't understand how they didn't see that he had the guns on them. I'm not making excuses.
Well, I mean, Yeah.
Was it like tucked in?
I have no idea, but I mean, he probably been walking, waving it around. I don't know. There's a couple things I want to debunk about this because it's just been so many stories. So
I haven't even seen any pictures of the bodies. Not saying that I want to see dead bodies, but I haven't seen pictures of ambulances, going towards the church.
You're right, though.
Getting the bodies inside, getting them outside.
All right, I'm sorry. You have to turn that AC back on. I have to talk louder. It's hot.
What?
Turn the AC back on. Yeah, I feel the heat sitting on my face just that quick.
Well, what I was saying, I didn't see the bodies be taken out of the church. So this story, just in general, seems like a big race war that the government or somebody's trying to cultivate, and it's just like, I'm not gonna fight with white people.
Yeah, sorry. No,
I don't got time. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and you want. It's like, especially with Black Twitter and Instagram, or if you just follow any pro-Black pages, it feels like, oh, we have to fight white people, or we have to fight white supremacists, or we have to fight fight the government. It's just too much. It's taking out so much energy.
Yeah.
Especially when most of it looks like a fraud. Like, half of the things that Fox News says, it's like, why am I paying attention to Fox News right now? Like, when ABC is saying something, when Pix 11 is saying something, when Channel 4 is saying something, when CBS is saying something. Like, we really have to get away from fighting and looking at the negative. Like, and just focus on us.
And my whole thing is, like, I don't understand, because, like, the whole Fox News thing, because I guess apparently the clips weren't, like, kind of viral yesterday. I just saw them on other shows, so I don't really know what... I haven't been online like that lately, but I don't know what's, like, really in traction online or whatever. Mm-hmm. But, there was a whole thing on Fox News, how pretty much they were trying to say that it wasn't a race-motivated thing. It was like, they probably killed them because they're Christians.
And then the black pastor had the nerve to say...
There's always one. There's always one.
The same thing, and it's just
and my whole thing is just like, listen, we're in Charleston, South Carolina. We are in the South of America, like on the East Coast. There is a church every 3 blocks. If he wanted to kill Christians, he would have drove a half a block to a church with white Christians and killed them.
I thought he was going through the history of the church before he went there. It's just like, he went in there to kill black people, guys.
Well, no, that's why I think he does know the history of the church, because he knows it's a popular black church.
Okay.
As opposed to...
the church, the 3 blocks down.
Like, I don't know how far he lives from this church, but there's many of churches around. So I'm just like, the fact that this one, which has such a historic background in Charleston, is... I don't understand it. I don't understand the whole thing.
I can't... It's just too much, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming way too much. You see my Instagram, clearly you see how I feel about it.
Yeah.
And just talking about it, it's just really draining. Racism is real. Racism has not, like, stopped when slavery stopped. And even when slavery, supposedly stopped, it didn't stop.
Yeah.
It's just... people always try to make excuses over and over and over. I remember one guy was telling me, oh, was your grandparents slaves? Was your mom slave? Was your dad a slave? So how do you... if you don't know any slaves, then how can you sit here and say that slavery is still here or racism? I'm just like, brother, you don't even know the definition of racism.
Yeah.
Like, you just talking your shit.
Just to have a point.
Like, just and you don't have a point.
Just to be here.
Right. Like, if there's white privilege out there, there's white privilege out there. There's races out there, there are races out there. Like, we can't keep, like, I gotta keep telling you my life matters. I gotta keep telling you Black Lives Matter. I gotta keep telling you, we have to stick together as sons, brothers. And it sounds corny. It sounds cliche to keep telling black people from a black person, we have to stick together. Like...
And the whole thing
it's coming too much, don't you?
I don't see the whole thing that's fucked up about this because it's fucked up all across the board. But it's like somebody put it on. I think it was on like Instagram or Twitter. Someone placed the other day, but it was like we couldn't do this. We could name all the stuff we couldn't do. Like,
I posted that.
Oh, it was you? I was like, and it's like now we can't swim. Now we can't even go to church. Like the fact that you're in a place of worship. Like if you don't feel safe in a church, it's like where do you feel safe at? I'm like that's the one place where you could really have your guard completely down and like it not be a thing. Like, that's the one place you should be able to go and be like, I'm here, like, I don't got my guard up, nobody's not checking for me, I'm just in church. I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy.
I feel like we've been dealing with this consecutively, like, back to back. Something is always happening in this country.
Every other day.
For the past 2 years. More like since Obama came into office. Some shit has always been happening, especially with...
No, I don't think so. It hasn't been that long. Well, Obama's been always like 7 years now.
Right. No, you're right. So, I want to say, like, the past 2 years.
2.5
years, right. Like, it's always been something like they're really trying to start, the government must be really trying to start, like, a Civil War 3 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just not, like, here to sit here and be mad all the time, say we can't do this, we can't do that, we can't do this. Because we can. We just have to start taking action. Start, like, I don't know, go about getting your gun license, or starting just, I don't know, go to a recreation center and volunteer
getting a gun license for...
Like, just to bear arms, like, protect yourself for some shit if something goes down.
They will all just be dead. Like, we will.
But that's...
Like, there'll just be a country full of dead people.
If we get our guns?
Yes.
We're just going to kill each other?
Well, if you shoot me, I'm going to buzz back.
But that's what I'm saying. If somebody shoots you, wouldn't you have a gun already, like, on you? Don't you want to feel protected already? Or you just going to get shot?
Okay, well, listen, I'm from New York, so I'm not all used to this all gun talk and stuff. Like, I know in, like Maryland, guns are very much a way of life down there.
Well, in New York,
everything below Mason-Dixon is like, Gun City.
No, in New York, I don't think we're supposed to have guns. I think it's illegal, actually,
yeah, no, you can't. It's
can't.
like 7 years in jail if you have a gun here.
Well, I'm not going to
say... So I don't even have that mentality of always walking around with a gun just because it's not even the life here.
Well, I can't sit here and just say, I can't stop swimming, and I can't stop going out, and I can't stop praying. I'm not going to stop doing those things.
Obviously, you're not going to stop doing that.
Right, but for somebody to say we can't do it, it's just indicating that we have to be sheltered, and we have to protect ourselves, and we have to be aware. But in the end of the day, we're still accepting other people into our churches. You understand? Like,
But I hear what you're saying, but then you can't even say, like, it's not saying that you can't do those things. It's like saying that...
Oh, no, I understand the
It's like you can't, it's like you can't do anything now.
Like, it feels like we can't, right.
And even if you had a gun, like, if I had a gun, I wouldn't be carrying my gun to church. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's those places where your guard is so dead. Like, I wouldn't even think about bringing a gun to church.
Well, the pastor, somebody had said that they told the pastor, they should get a gun. Mm-hmm. And the pastor was like, I'm against guns or whatever in the church. And I understand that, but the way shit is going down now, there's nothing stopping me. Like, if I had it, I would have it.
Yeah.
Like,
well, don't bring it in.
Why should it? Why?
Eczema season. My eczema's starting to act up.
Long story short, guys.
And then one last thing. I don't understand I don't know if she was the governor or the mayor, or well, you can't be a governor of a state. So I mean, you can't be a mayor of a state. So I guess the governor. But she got on TV and like, I don't understand why this would happen. I'm like, your capital still waves a Confederate flag. Like, what do you mean you don't understand why this happened? Like, the root of pretty much racism in the South is still waving on your
ground,
on your capital. Yeah, like I don't understand why you think this wouldn't happen. And like,
I think this is all just a huge conspiracy, and I don't want to sound crazy, but it's just...
You sound crazy.
It's just becoming too much.
It's all too much.
Like, we really just need to hold it down. Stop accepting other bullshit. Stop trying to be a part of a culture or a part of a race that you're not a part of, that you can't be a part of, that you wasn't born into.
This has got nothing to do with Rachel. Now you trying to come for people that don't want to be came for.
Even before Rachel, there was black people trying to identify with white people subconsciously by, whatever they do with their hair, whatever, by the schools they went to. I was reading on Twitter, people were talking about being in a PWI as opposed to being an HBCU. I know if I had the chance to change, I would be in an HBCU.
I had to think what a PWI was. I didn't even heard of it before.
A predominantly white institution.
I thought it was I thought you were saying, I don't know, I was thinking private white. Oh, no, whatever. Brain fart.
People were talking about, I should go to a PWI because I'll be able to, I'll be more diverse. And I'm just like...
You sure will. Have fun.
Do you feel like being around white people makes you more diverse?
Some people do. I was watching something the other day. No, some people do. I don't know if I was watching something and I was somewhere. We gotta move on from this, but I don't know where I was at. But somebody was saying something that was just like, like it was pretty much like, just trying to like, break the walls down. Like, talk to somebody that isn't from your neighborhood. Like, talk to somebody, with a yarmulke or a kufi or like, naming all these things. And I was just like, okay, like if I want to, but I don't understand like the forcing of it. Like, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Let's move on.
People just try to get you more culturally inclined.
Yeah.
And I understand that. But the fact that you're saying, my thing is white people. I'm not talking about all of that. Just in general. Why would I want to be around white people to teach me how to be diverse when white people get everything from those
other diverse
people. When they oppress other people and they steal other people's cultures, why do I want to be a part of that? I mean, I could go to HBCU and learn from a Native American professor or Asian professor or a black professor. I don't need to be a Dabian. Let's move on.
This is America. America. All right, so let's talk about some lighter stuff, right? Let's unsnap your bra. It's Friday. Oh boy, I feel so relieved. Let's talk about...
So stupid, I can't stand you.
Giving me your hand in marriage. Psych, you're going to propose to me because it's 2015. So there's been this picture floating around on Instagram. Oh, let me try to find it for you. But now it's going to take me forever to find it. But we'll just talk among ourselves until the picture pops up. So there was this picture posted on Instagram. And I'm going to talk slow so I can find the picture. And it has this young lady on bended knee.
Oh, God, give me a reason. I'm down on bended knee until you come back to me.
Stop. All right, so, okay, this took a long time ago. So, look, this is the girl. Okay, so she proposed to him, and she gets down on one knee, and she's wearing heels and pom-pom shorts. She had to put something on the floor so she don't scrape up her knees. But he has on knee pads, so he should have got on the floor. You see his knee pads? Or those are swimming trunks?
Tried it.
Anyway. Long and short of it is that she proposed to him, and now this is like not a big thing, but like this is like bringing up like a big thing online. So, as a woman, do you feel that you would ever propose to a guy?
It's two sides to this for me because
there's two sides to everything, and then there's the truth.
As an intersectional feminist that believe in
are you a feminist?
Women of color and their struggles and being equal to the higher ups. Especially in this country, I feel as though we all should have an equal platform,
And that's
whatever you get, I get, and whatever
shout out to gender equality.
You get.
Yep.
Totally gender equality. But I'm also a very traditional person in the sense, though, I can't really compare my circumstances to my traditions, but I do believe in women being proposed to and men getting on the floor. Yeah.
On the floor? You tried it. If you sitting on the dresser, I can't bend down on the bed. Like, I gotta get on the floor.
You sound stupid, but that's just how I feel. I do believe that the man
should propose.
Yes, guys.
So if you propose to a guy, would you want him to take your last name?
See, and that too. Look at it. No.
Like, do you care about the last names though? Because all the women in my family that's married they're hyphenated.
Yeah, and
like
their
nobody,
last name and his last name.
Yeah, like nobody in my family. I'm trying to not my mother, not my cousin, not my aunt. No, everybody has just did.
I don't really care about the value of the last name, so it wouldn't matter to me.
Yeah.
It depends on the head.
So you would completely drop Fredericks for
Yeah, if that's what...
Brown or whatever.
I wouldn't... My last name is not even that cute. I really don't have enough value to hold on marriage or, the things that come with it, the last name.
Yeah.
Other people are like, oh, you need my last name because that shows that you're my woman and we are together. And I'm just like, I wasn't your woman before.
Yeah.
What was I before that?
Because even people when they allegedly said that Jay-Z took Beyonce's last name. And I was just like, I don't think I see a problem with that. I don't care about that kind of stuff. But because I thought about it last night, and I was like, all right, people are gonna get ready to throw daggers, but hey, I'm ready to take the heat. So in my mind, I feel like men mature later than women. So I feel like if you talk to a group of 25-year-old men, and then you talk to a group of 25-year-old women, it'll be a different conversation. Right. So how I view it as, it's just I feel like once a man is ready to marry a woman, I feel like he feels mature within himself to have all his stuff together. I feel like if a woman was, let's say if a 25-year-old woman was to propose to a 25-year-old man, I feel like he might not be ready. And that's not saying that the woman, would necessarily be ready either, but I feel like more often than not, I feel like the woman would be more mature than the man would. So I feel like if a woman was proposed to a guy, I feel like she still might be getting a little boy than a man.
I feel like also that is very true. And I also feel like men men who get married to women who are doing the proposing, they are not only more mature, but they take into consideration what they're taking from that woman. They're going to give her a child, so of course, you know, her body, I guess, is going to change up a lot. They're taking her last name and switching it to his. They're moving this woman out from her family and taking her around his family. Like, they're taking a lot from this woman because they're saying, listen, I am here to provide for you. I'm here to take care of you. And I'm here to change up your life, like your whole lifestyle. And I expect you to come with me wherever I go.
I think that's more of an old school thing now.
And that's what I'm saying. That's just me. Like, I can't. That's the traditional part of me that's saying, like, this is my husband. I plan on letting him lead. Yeah. You know, and as I'm like building the house and he's putting in bacon for the home. Yeah. Yeah, I know it is very traditional, but that's just how I think about it. For a woman to propose to a man, it just doesn't. I don't know. I just don't find it flattering because I feel like the guy is just gonna fuck up. That's how I see it. Like, he's just not smart enough.
I kind of agree too.
He's just not smart enough at the time to just say, you know what, I'm down. Let's do this, baby. Like, remember when Chrissy proposed to Jim? Remember when Jim proposed to Chrissy?
Are you gonna take this?
Who the fuck?
I'm gonna take what? You tried it.
Yo, why you running up on me?
Yeah,
why
right?
Why you running up on me like
you? So annoying.
I just can't take it.
Alright, so listen, we gotta go.
That was our piece for the week.
You make me feel. Alright, so we gotta go. Have a great weekend. We'll talk next Friday right here on Still Diverted. Leave some comments, let us know what you think. And like, comment, share, subscribe, and pop that pussy for real.
Can you press space to stop it? Do you really have to press it?
You do. Bye.
The joke.
The celebrities.
The foolery.
The diversion.
Still Diverted every Friday right here on our Facebook page.
Make sure you like us on Facebook at Still Diverted.